Have you ever wanted to make a one-shot before? Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a cool idea, but I think it might take me too long. But what if I told you you could do it in a month? I don't know, Efe, that sounds kind of too good to be... Oh. You see, professionals get one-shots done even faster than a month. You know, they do more than 20 pages a week on average. Have you ever been curious about the manga process and how it's created? Because maybe you want to get faster, maybe you want to learn some things. Well, this is the perfect video for you. Because in this video, I will be showing you how to make a one-shot in 1 month. I originally found out about this concept from the YouTuber Inkstorm Manga, and I decided I would try it out for myself. Since you're seeing this video, that means I was successful. So if you want to learn how to do that, and you want to see a demonstration of me doing it from start to finish, then make sure you watch this video to the end. I will also have a giveaway at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned, and I will be telling you where you can see exclusive behind the scenes content. So without further ado, let's get started. Now before we begin, you will need to find somewhere where you can write down this plan. You will be making the plan yourself. I will be telling you the most important things to include, but you need to find somewhere like the Notes app, Google Docs, Word document, just somewhere that you can put down the steps that you're going to have to take in order to complete this. So with that out the way, let's get into the 4 phases of making a one-shot in 1 month. Now the first stage is the preparation phase. This is one of the longest phases, so make sure you do not neglect this because this lays the groundwork for everything that you need to do in this month. In the preparation phase, you want to include things like the page count, so how many pages you want to shoot for completing this month. You want to write down things like the rules, the deadlines, like if you're entering this for a contest or maybe you want to have your own deadline. Make sure that you write that down in the preparation phase, so when you look at the plan, you're always aware of how much time is left and what you need to look out for when you're making the manga. But the most important thing you want to have in this phase is the studying aspect, okay? And that's just figuring out what things might hold you back when you're making the manga, because that's what's going to take up most of your time, things that you do not know. So anything that you know that you're weak at, put it in the preparation phase and make sure that you prepare to improve it before you start making the manga. So if that's writing, make sure that you put down in this phase that you're going to watch a video learning about writing. And that's all you need to have in this phase. Next up is the writing phase. This should be the fastest phase, at least compared to the other 3. And basically what it consists of is you brainstorming. And that's basically when you just write down everything that comes to mind in regards to the manga that you want to create, okay? So if you're writing a story about dragons, you might brainstorm things like knights or a princess or a castle or like fire, or I don't even know, Princess and the Frog, or just anything that comes to mind that would help you come up with the story. And then after that, you want to make sure you get your draft done, just a rough draft. Don't make any final copies of the story, because what you want to do next is have it critiqued by others. If you don't have anyone to critique your work or your manga, here are a few Discords that you could join where you could get advice from other creators, but you just want to make sure that you have other people read your work and tell you what they think needs to be improved upon it. You can't be the only person that looks at it, because you're not going to look at it from an objective standpoint. Next up, the phase you've all been waiting for, the drawing phase. You want to make sure you have enough time to spend most of your time on this phase. Do the other 2 phases as fast as possible so you can have enough time. The order that I usually go in is I storyboard first, then I do the clean drawings on top of the storyboard, then I ink, then I tone. And that's basically the standard way of doing it, but you can do it however works for you. But the most important thing that you want to do in this drawing period is actually not even the drawing, it's continuing to learn as you draw. Now, what do I mean by that? If you've watched the manga training regiment video, I know you have because it's my best video, but I mentioned reading in your downtime. This is very important in this phase, because while you are making manga, if you are reading other manga at the same time, you notice a lot of things that you can use for your own work. Now, I've done this forever. So I definitely know that it works. I can vouch for it. Make sure that you are still watching content about like art and things like that, learning new concepts. Don't step away from learning. You still need to be learning. It will make the manga so much better and you'll thank me for it. And if you need people to read with, join my Discord because we have a manga reading club. Now the last phase is the epilogue. Now this is absolutely necessary and you are not allowed to skip this. The most important thing I want you to do in the epilogue is to take a break. For me, that was not drawing for an entire, it's been like 3-4 days now. Actually, it's been like 2. What am I kidding? Don't watch art content. Stay away from the environment. In this downtime, the best thing you can do for yourself is actually to reflect on the manga that you've just completed. So that's writing down your weaknesses. As you can see here, I did that. And just thinking about what you want to work on next time. And that's basically it, guys. pretty simple if you break it down like this. Something that I want you guys to understand is that as long as you complete all the steps, you will have a completed manga. That's the most important thing, period. Complete all the steps, go in order, every single step, and you will have a manga done. So if you want my template of making a manga, I have one for free for you guys. Check the link in the description. It's a Notion link, and it's just a bare bones, this is how you do it plan, okay? But if you want to see how I did it and a personalized plan with excruciating detail of how I completed the manga, check out my Patreon. I will post it in there and you guys can have it for yourselves. And now I will be showing you guys how I did it live.
Enjoy!
What's up, guys? I thought I would show you my process of making a manga, a one-shot in 1 month. Doing this in preparation for the Pixiv Global Comic Awards contest. Ends at the end of this month. But if you ever wanted to make a manga, it might sound intimidating, but as long as you have a plan, you will be fine. So that's what I have here. All you want to make sure you have in your plan is a preparation phase, writing phase, drawing phase, epilogue. As long as you check all of these boxes, you will have achieved your goal. So that's why I made a very specific, like, detailed plan of how I'm going to complete this month. Starting with the things at the top, determine how many days I have until the deadline, people I want to review, pages I'm going for. You have to set a limit. You have to. If you don't have like a bounding box around you, you're going to be all over the place. And that's what we do not want. This is going to be a compilation style video. I won't be showing you in depth every part. First, I'm going to do the preparation phase, and then I will be back once I am done with that. So, yeah. See you guys at the end of the phase. All right, guys, I'm back from the preparation phase. We just finished. I know I mentioned that I'm only going to lock myself to 10 pages, like at the beginning, but as I learned more about psychological stories and manga in general, it kind of takes a while for the effect to, like, kick in. So I don't know if I'm capable of doing it in 10 pages. So that might be subject to change, but everything else is pretty good. I learned a lot about psychology. I think I'm prepared to start writing. So I'll see you guys at the end of the writing phase. All right, I am back. The writing section is completed. I kind of finished this a while ago, but the part that took the longest was waiting for critiques from other people. Even though I did get critiques from other people, and it really did help, I also realized that you could just ask ChatGPT. I know we hate this AI stuff in the art community, but why did bro actually tell me something that really caught my attention? If you struggle and you're like, I can't find critiques for writing specifically, for art, you gotta have real life people. But if you're on a time crunch, if you just want to hear opinions, even if it's AI generated, like, it still might open your eyes. So I would say people come first, obviously, but as a last resort, you know, it's there, you might as well use it. Critiques definitely helped out the most in the writing process. This brainstorm dump, it might not work every single time, but this is my third time doing this, where I dump for 20 minutes straight, just writing down anything that comes to mind, and I usually come out with a story. I plan on making a video on writing in the future, but this is good enough. And I also extended the page count again. It's at 21 now. Exit the drawing phase. This is the longest phase, obviously, because it leads up to me uploading the manga. I won't come back at the end of the month. Instead, I'll come back at each of these points, these what I learned points, so that I can give you guys updates and hold myself accountable. So I will see you at the first checkpoint, I guess. All right, guys, and as you can see, I just completed the first checkpoint of the what I learned. Sorry that it's been so long since the last update. I'm also talking kind of quiet because, as you can see, it's 3:05 a.m. I was super busy. Having children is really hard. I wasted a lot of time today. I could have been done with this whole thing like super early and maybe been like halfway done with the second, like, what I learned section. But like I said, I wasted too much time. That's the thing you have to be careful of. This is the last page where I'll put my thoughts about the manga, blah blah, and then this is the first page. This is just a storyboard, by the way. This is not the final. Got to do this next section. Next section is gonna take longer. Hopefully in a day or two, I'll be done with this part. I don't know. I'm so tired. Oh yeah, before I leave, shout out to Iyo Matsumoto. I'll put a picture of her and her music up on the screen, but she been clutch getting me through these long hours. Anyways, yeah, see you guys at the next part. A quick change of plans. This was the stage where I was supposed to grab references, and originally I planned to just grab like 15 to 20, but I had a great idea. I have to wake up early tomorrow, so I can't stay up and draw, so I decided, why don't I just get every reference that I think I'm going to need for the manga right now. That's what I did. Use pure ref. Just sorted it out. This is stuff I'm going to use to create the character, which is what I'll end up doing next, probably tomorrow after I get back from all the things I have to do. But all these big ones, they signal what page it is. If you're looking at it like, but I can't even see it. With pure ref, bro, if you zoom in, it's just clear as day. Having all the references with me right now means that when it's time to draw, I won't have to spend time searching for references. Yeah, I made notes for each page, like what references I should find. If you subscribe on Patreon, you can see the full process on there in full detail. Other than that, I'll see you guys once the drawings are done. All right, guys, so I am back. It's been a while since I've been here. Kind of slacked a little bit, and I had to change up the plan for time's sake. Now, I'm done with the backgrounds. These are not the final backgrounds, obviously, but here's just a couple, little highlights, snippet things of the backgrounds and whatnot. Backgrounds are really fun. Had to make sure I split up the process. What I wanted to do was do like a cleaner sketch of the backgrounds, and then I'm going to do a clean sketch of the characters, and then I'm going to spend the whole last week inking, details, screen tones, everything. Next part will be the characters. I actually won't come back to update you guys after the character part. I'll come back. Yes, I will. I'll come back when I'm done doing the characters. All right, guys. So it's 3 a.m. We're in the final stretch, as you can see. I've been drawing all day. Oh wait, look. Yeah, a lot of things changed. a lot of new stuff here. Yeah, lots of drawing. The drawing the character proportions took. I think I did it quicker than the backgrounds, honestly, but it still took a long time. It was tedious. A lot of drawing, as you can see. As long as I complete all the steps, I will be done. Y'all might not believe me, but as long as I make the drawing look even half decent, I think I might win this contest. Y'all won't even believe me. Man, just wait and see. I don't even know what I'm saying, bro. I'll see y'all boys once I'm done. Inky. I better be done inking by like, today's Monday. I better be done inking by like Wednesday max, and then straight to doing tones, because I want to spend a lot of time adding details. Man, I'm tired. All right, I'll see y'all. Okay, so it's the 28th, but I basically met my quota. Wanted to be done inking by today, so I could spend the last 4 days doing an infinite amount of tweaks. It's 4 a.m. Losing my sanity. Here's something I did today. Obviously, it's not amazing because I inked 11 pages today. I was behind, so I had to do this to catch up. Ideally, you want to finish as fast as possible so you can spend time making edits. What a journey this has been. We're at the home stretch. Gonna do the screen tones, and I'll be done. Like I said, I have to edit a lot of things. So first thing I'll do when I wake up in the morning is write down all the things that I want to edit and fix. I drew fast on a lot of pages just to get through, but yeah, now I'll slow down and make everything as high quality as possible. If I could get every page looking like the first page, like the first couple pages, then I'll certainly win. Can I do it in 4 days and keep my life? I guess we'll see. All right, guys, this is not a checkpoint, but I just wanted to, update you on something that I like to do. And this is the reason why, if you have a deadline, you typically want to finish like as soon as possible. I went through and looked at every single page and wrote down all the things that I need to fix. This is basically the cleanup process. So I'll just spend the rest of the time doing this, and when I come back, the manga will be done. As long as you complete all your steps, guys, you're good. Okay, so obviously the toning phase is not over yet, as you can see. Yeaefe, what the heck is this? Now listen, I'm throwing in the towel, boys. Not on the manga. I'm obviously gonna finish, but I don't know if I mentioned it in the last part, but I said I was gonna go back and correct all the mistakes because I was rushing. But I see now that that was actually a big mistake because trying to correct the mistakes, like it just takes too long. It's already the 29th. It's due on the 31st in the morning. I won't make it if I try and correct everything and then do the tones and then the shadows. Like I won't make it. If you guys read the manga and you see pages like this where I rushed the artwork in just so it could be readable, forgive me. In the epilogue, I'll share my thoughts, but I'll be back once it's all toned, all shadowed, everything. All right, guys. So I'm back. Finished the screen tones. I don't know how I do it every time. Like, I don't know how I do it. Oh yeah, I'm done. Right. I already submitted it. Yeah, I submitted it. Yeah, as you can see, join my Discord. I don't know what to say right now, honestly. Such a strange feeling. This is how I felt when I finished SMA, the silent manga audition. Feels like I completed like my life's mission. Like I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but like I feel strange right now. I'll talk to you guys at the end of the epilogue with my closing thoughts, but we're finished. Yeah, see you guys at the end of the epilogue. I just want to say, like, looking back at the SMA 20 entry, I put so much love into this. I just didn't have much skill. For this contest, a lot of publishers are watching it. It's almost like the draft. Even though I didn't finish to the extent that I like, I definitely think I did good enough that I could potentially get scouted by a publisher. Depending on if you guys like it, I plan to finish it, fix all the faces basically, and make everything the quality that I wanted it to be, and then upload it for another contest in the future. All right, guys, we're here at the epilogue. Most important part is reviewing it after you submitted it, after you finished it, and looking at all the weaknesses. These are the list of weaknesses that I have. The check marks are ones that I've already fixed. I chose the one that I want to work on next, which is just anatomy. But with that, we did it. We did exactly what we said we would do. How many days till deadline? 0. And guess what? We're done. So I'll hop on camera real quick, give you guys closing thoughts, and then that'll be it. Okay, guys, it's over. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, for being a part of this journey. Yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to all my friends, all the people that supported me, my family. As you can see, I let myself go a little bit to finish this. But sometimes this is what you just gotta do, guys. If you guys ever wondered why I'm extreme, especially with my art, with my manga, with my career and things like that, it's because there was a time when I wasn't, okay? And that was the worst time of my life, okay? And I can't go back. So if this is what it takes to get what I want, the life that I want, so be it. Oh, wait, that's right. Giveaway. Join my Discord right now. If you want a tablet, a drawing tablet, free. It's in a raffle. I'll put everyone who clicks on the check mark in the raffle. I'll pick a random winner. I don't care. I bought a bunch of art books and things that I ordered from a while ago. They came in and I haven't even got to look at them yet. So I think I'll go look at them. I think I'll go outside. Maybe I'll play basketball or something. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. If I'm not drawing, what am I supposed to do with my life? It's so funny. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys, especially the ones that support me. Yeah. So see you guys in the next one, and yeah, take care. Join my Patreon. Crazy stuff on there. What's up, guys? This is Editing Yeaefe here. Just wanted to leave you guys off with the most important lesson that I learned, and most important thing that I learned was about the ego and how if you don't get rid of it, it will kill you. Now, this is not a joke, because I know I mentioned at the beginning, right? Like, determine the pages that you want to do, right? Like the page count. If you tell yourself, right, oh, I'm the greatest, right? I can do a 50 page in 1 month, right? When you've never done it before. You probably have never done 50 pages in your life, right? But you're like, yeah, I'm that guy. I can do it, right? Guys, you'll kill yourself. Having a realistic view of your abilities will literally save your life. Let's say you're working out, right? And you usually do about 10, 15 push-ups, right, before you get tired, right? If I told you to do 20 push-ups, right, that's not that far from what you normally do. So that's pushing yourself, and you can still get it done, okay, as long as you put in extra effort. But if I told you to do 50 push-ups and you were like, okay, yeah, I can do 50, bruh, you're just going to injure yourself. You can't do 50. You can't do it. So what I wanted to tell you guys in this part, and to make sure that I leave you with, is if you do not kill your ego, put your ego aside, it will kill you. And that's what almost happened to me. So, yeah. Pick.